Now, a Libya contact forum comprised of 60 countries calling themselves Friends of Libya are gathering in Paris to discuss the future of the country post-Gaddafi. A Russian representative is attending the meeting for the first time. Let's find out more now and talk live to RT's EU correspondent Daniel Bushell, who's in Brussels for us. Daniel, could you tell us exactly what's going to be happening in Paris later today?
Yes, a first chance really for many around the world to see Libya's new leadership. Russia is attending this meeting, as are many countries around the world, not just those who participated in NATO's bombing of Libya. A key issue on the table will be the unfreezing of Gaddafi-era money held, which is belonging to Libya, held by various states. The talk will be of unfreezing that money and giving it over to the rebel leadership, the new rebel leadership, to distribute. Now, Russia is very concerned. It says it's very worried that that money is spent correctly and that it wants to make sure that it goes to the Libyan people and not for other aims. There's also concern here about the language being used by various Western leaders to justify this meeting, talk of creating a roadmap for Libya, of guiding and helping its development. Now, Russia's representative to Libya is a man called Mikhail Margelov, and he says it's very important that the Libyan people are the ones who decide the future of their own country.
The final decision on what Libya is going to become is one for the Libyan people to make, not the world's politicians who have been playing leading parts recently. The national democratic vote will determine this, and it should be well prepared and duly carried out. This is where the international community, and Russia in particular, is eager to render active support to the Libyans.
Now, Daniel, as Lavrov was saying, we just heard earlier that intervention was justified with the aim of protecting civilians, but are there other incentives perhaps at work here?
Yes, there's a deal has been reported for France to get a third of Libya's entire oil reserves. Now, Libya has Africa's biggest reserves of oil, and that will come as a big embarrassment for French President Sarkozy, who had always insisted that the country's aim in going in and bombing Libya was to protect its citizens. That could explain why French oil companies accompanied the very first French delegations to rebel-held Benghazi back in March. Companies like Total, the French oil giant. Now, Britain, the other big EU power participating in the bombardment of Libya, has not even sent a trade mission yet to the country. But Italian oil giant Eni this week has signed its own deal with the National Transitional Council to restart oil production in Libya, as well as reopen a major pipeline, a gas pipeline, running from Libya to the Mediterranean and Italy.
OK, Daniel, many thanks for that. Daniel Bushell live from Brussels for us there. And Mikhail Margelov, who we heard a little earlier, has given us a full interview, and you could watch it in just over 20 minutes' time here on RT.